to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too a terrific matchup in this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rockets about to kick it away and get this season started. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Kentucky's offense will get the first crack at it here. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of a quality teammate.
Turning it on! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
When you go on the road, man, oh, man, do you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
He makes the catch. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught near the sticks, it's low. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Wildcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. He's got 48 yards rushing now. What a way to start this season. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
He'll bring it out. It's Crosby. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Rockets offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
And the Rockets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Gleason. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Rockets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Gleason. Makes the grab down the middle. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fires to the middle. The short hands, it's long. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might as well stick with him. Spins away from the defense. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The Wildcats are flying down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Wilcox. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote that.
It's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Got it behind the line. It's Rudolph. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. Back to throw, it's Gleason. Grab near the marker, it's Holly. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught in the backfield. It's Trainer. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. The Rockets line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll go to the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Rockets will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, two guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds his man. It's Rudolph. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Rockets decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wilcox. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Rockets offense is back on the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Looking downfield, it's Gleason. Makes the grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Rushes on him, looking for a big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Rockets will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilcox. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll immediately call timeout.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. It's ball. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Turns it loose. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the glass bowl.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments.
There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Lang. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rockets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second.
Touchdown, Toledo! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Well, it's always nice to get the first one out of the way. That's the first passing touchdown for the season in this offense, and they've got a lot of playmakers. Their quarterback is accurate, makes good decisions. You saw it on that play. That's the first, and it certainly won't be the last.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Goes out of bounds, but not before he takes that return into plus territory at the 47. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Snagged out of the air. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. The inside handoff. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that.
Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Ohio notched a victory in enemy territory. And though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Athens is worth its weight in gold to the Bobcats. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Holly. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Rockets will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got the first down and more. He now has 108 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Running behind that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Toledo, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Gleason. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Trainer. At the 40, there he goes. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the Rockets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Holly. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Rockets are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
To the air on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver.
Turning it on! Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. And the Rockets in the hurry-up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Now the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Rockets. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Caught close to the marker. It's Law. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
But when you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. On the ground, it's Wildcats. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Rockets offense is back on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But he was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Come on, alligator arms. I know you're running over the middle of the field, but do your quarterback a favor and just make the play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To throw, it's Gleason. Got a man, it's Holland. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Rockets are on the move. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Made a defender miss. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosion.
Breaks into the open. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to get it in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Toledo.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Kentucky going quickly. They go to the draw. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rudolph. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Rockets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. They were just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that 4th down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them a chance. Let's see what they can do.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock. And what
he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play is holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time. Blown out in the opener, won the national championship.
Well, some of us weren't alive. Everybody probably playing this game wasn't alive with that comment. But yeah, great example, Reese. But listen, your season isn't over. Things still down the road for you to look forward to, still improve on, can still have all of your dreams out in front of you. But, you know, 83, Jesse, I know you were playing college football then, but share.
I think I had just learned how to walk. And it's funny, guys, you know, just like that 83 team, this team that lost here today, they are also very talented. They just got to take care of fixing up and cleaning up some of these mistakes, but no doubt, lots to play for moving forward. Can't wait to see what happens next week.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.